You're on camera now. This is Tabby's first official lesson.
Oh no.
It just started. It's crazy. I'm nervous. She's nervous. But we're gonna do good stuff. Right. That's good. Good. So let's check out your position of the piano. Just get a piano position. Pretend you're playing. Okay. To me, that looks like the bench is far too close. Yep. So. And you want to have it square, of course. That's particular. I'm gonna be really particular about these things. Like once you find a good position, that's what you're always gonna aim for, is what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. Piano position. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay. My opinion is that you should always feel like you're on the top of the bench, not the tip. But like, not in the center of the bench,
Right.
Definitely not in the back of the bench. I feel like I'm almost like on this third.
Yeah, okay.
Now, this is really personal stuff, right? It's you need to feel comfortable.
Okay.
But these are some starters, and you can adjust it, and you can complain to me, and I'll try to like agree with you, right? But like there's a certain position that makes your playing fluid and virtuosic, right? So. How do you feel?
This feels pretty good, I think.
Okay, it looks good to me as well. You're tall. You're a tall person for this bench. You have a really right. So you're far away from the keyboard. Now, some teachers would say that you want to raise the bench up a little bit. I don't have an adjustable bench. There are adjustable bench.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, for you to lower the bench so you'd be closer. Because you're so long.
Gotcha.
Okay. This is corrected, in my opinion, by proper technique, because anyone should be able to sit on that bench. That's a basic bench. This is a very standard height.
Mm-hmm.
So very short people play on this setup, and very tall people play on this setup. It's how you interact with it setup which makes it right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to get you close to the keyboard, you think, right? Your posture should be like this. Like you're sitting, you're very aligned, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not how I want you to approach it, unfortunately.
Really?
You've got to learn a gorilla pose.
Really?
Okay. Yep. You're already into it. Okay, and you're kind of sinking back.
It's like that.
You're strong. You're strong. It's not like you're collapsed. You're not just slumped over.
Yeah.
But if you can get down into your shoulders and feel that, right? And it involves a little curvature of your quote, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're kind of like, so I call it the gorilla pose. Okay? You already look way better at the piano right now.
Really?
To me, yes.
Okay. It
This
doesn't feel good.
This doesn't look good. This looks good. A curved, activated, and it's important. You're really going to find it to be important.
Okay.
Because the thing is, when you're not doing what I'm asking you to do, it immediately shows in the sound. Okay.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
it's okay we're going this deep,
Yes,
right? You want to go the whole
what
way.
I want.
Okay.
I want,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're in our gorilla pose now. Now let me see your setup to the piano. Okay.
This doesn't feel as good.
You actually now, you look maybe a little too close. Let's back you up just like an inch, and then see how it feels with that new idea of sinking down. And, yeah. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's play something. So I've got you into this position. You're activated, and I always want you to have a connection to the piano. So I'm going to ask you to always connect. So let's just do some technical stuff. We'll do some reading in a bit, okay? Let's do technical stuff because that's kind of what's on my mind right now. So, you know the C major scale, right? Let's give it a shot. Let me hear it. And up and down. Very good. What I want to do is, so you're a little tall right now. I want you to connect in here. And also, we're going to do some, let's start with the thumb. We're going to go thumb and first finger like this. There is a little bit of rotation, you're right. We're going to go a little faster, okay? And feel the bottom of the key. When you get there, like there's always a feeling of balance there. Do you feel that? It's like walking, it's like your weight is shifting from one limb to another. Do you feel that a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Also, you need to know that your fingers are long and activated from the back. Okay, so that means the strength of this comes from way down here and way down here. So that's what you're doing. This is like just like a little springy push from the back of your finger. Do you feel your connection to the keyboard? Okay, let's go now. Instead of just 1 and 2, we're going to switch to 1 and 3. Okay, your middle finger, and feel that same activation and the snap and the springiness of your hand. Right? Can I see your hand like this? Yeah, like alive and active. Alive and active. Instead, like you can hear it in the sound. We're already making huge progress. Go 1 and 3 again, but that springy, active feel. Go. Yeah, but you almost snap the key down, but not aggressively, and then you rest at the bottom of the key. Let's go 4 next. And the 5. Sounds great. Sounds great. Now, can you play the C major scale with this kind of continuity? So it'll sound like, and it should look like. Did you turn too quickly? I think so.
Yeah.
Springiness. Good. Don't speed up. No need to speed up. Just because it's easy doesn't mean you speed up.
Okay.
This is actually the very good musicians play and they get faster and faster and faster and faster. The greatest musicians never rush. It's called rushing, right? You always have intent with everything you do. When you're a great musician, everything matters.
Mm-hmm.
You just like, oh, that's the scale. I just go up it because it's easy. No. With intent, everything. If you want to play it faster, we'll play it faster. But you have to intend to play it that speed.
Okay.
Making sense?
Right.
Okay. So let's do it again. With the right hand, I like the springiness.
Okay.
You're engaged, not too tall. Okay? You have to kind of get that crouch.
Okay.
That can you like be a boxer for a second? Seriously. Can you box like right? You're kinda like
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of curled engagement.
Okay.
Ready and go. Stop there and hold that. Do you feel a nice balance there? Like you're not pressing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not lifting it either.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wanted to go right back down with your fourth finger, you could just go bang, right? Yeah. And then go down, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Up from the top down, sure. You sped up a little bit at the end, do you agree?
Yes.
The camera will show, okay?
Okay.
So let's do the same with the left hand.
Okay. Like just here, start, or?
Well, you're going to start on C. You have the same pattern right there. And we're going to talk about the names of these notes again really soon. But I know you're pretty familiar with them, so I'd like to solve this little thing
Mm-hmm.
right now. So here we go. Left hand.
Just the left hand.
Just the left hand. May I say that you look a little bit like kind of your elbows are kind of in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should keep more like a this. You know, I don't.
So can I slide down and press a little?
Oh yeah. Always be.
Okay.
This is middle C, but it's not really at the middle of the piano. The middle of the piano is like here. This is where you should be, right in front of the lock.
Always?
So right, yeah, you should write the exactly right there. There are some situations in which you'd actually scoot over,
Mm-hmm.
but not for a while. Like you can be in the center of the piano for almost everything we're gonna do right now. So,
Okay.
in fact, let me make that point though. The ability to shift on bench, which would be like a kind of advanced thing, it's relying upon something you need to know right now. So I want to make you aware of it because it's going to affect this. Not only are you engaged here in the bench, you should feel engaged here on the floor. Do you feel the floor beneath you? Do you feel like that's part of the setup?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you just slide down the piano without me even know? Like, yeah, exactly. You're using your feet, right, to do that. You're lifting yourself up just a little bit. You can also you can move back and forth, right? You have motion on this, and it all comes from this total engagement, which transfers into this. Like I'm actually, this is part of the whole thing right here. Okay, so you want to feel connected to the earth, and that's one of your connections to the earth, but the whole thing feels like balanced.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So a little bit more rounder in the setup. No, not extreme, just a little. What are we doing? I'm doing, okay, so let's do the left hand.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
So just reminding myself, it starts here, and I do the same thing, but over or under?
You're gonna use your first 5 fingers.
First 5.
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is how we refer to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're gonna.
Like that.
It is like that. It's called a crossover. People call it a crossover. I don't like for you to think of it that way. When you're doing it right, it's just gonna feel like your hand never ends.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So here we go. Ready and go. Nice control spring, and then here it is. That. Yeah, good. And repeat the top note. Come back down. We don't need. Okay, good. This is a habit I'm going to break up right away. You don't need to do this with your arm. It can all be right here. Watch this. You can put your hand on mine and feel it. Good shot. As little as possible. So this is a strong arch. This whole thing is supported, and it goes to this whole, like, it's not just here that's strong. Can you do this? Oh, match my hand. The other one. You're looking. Like that strength. That strength comes all the way down to there. You want to have a strength, but also an ease. It's kind of like martial arts. It's like tons of power with little motion.
Okay.
Is what we're trying to achieve.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Give it a shot. You don't need the bounce.
Okay.
Good. Can it sound really full? Like nice full sound. Oh, get into that keyboard a little more, but don't speed up. And down, 2, 3. Okay, that's a steadiness that we have to achieve. We'll talk about what all that means soon. All right, let's read. That's your book, by the way.
Yes. So
Take that home. We'll look at that sometime for posterity. But yeah. Oh, see, I thought it was my notebook. I started taking notes in it.
Did you? You want these?
Oh shoot. Yeah, I might want those actually.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Is there anything weird in that? Am I allowed to find out?
No.
Oh. I was finding websites.
I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. We'll keep going. All right. A warm up. You're already kind of warmed up, but now you need to warm up your brain with music reading. I think you know what the name of the first note is, right?
See?
It's kind of pretty obvious with the page is set up. Yeah. So let's play that.
That's on right hand.
Right hand, yeah. And I'm always going to be really. I'm just starting to get familiar with the way you look at the piano. I'm going to probably make some adjustments, but don't forget crouching down. I think I might have to get a lower bench for you. You're too long. I feel like I want to back you
Well,
up.
like you're taller than I am.
Yeah, but it's my torso? I guess. I don't know. Can you look at here? Can I sit at the piano? I want you to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
When okay. This is how I get into the piano. So that was too far back for me. I think. I don't know. I'm here. This feels pretty good. See how I'm crouched down. Crouched, it's not crouched. In. I'm not pressing, I'm not pulling. That's what I want you to look. Okay. Back at it. I'm kind of doing this for the video because I think it'll be good for you to review it. Like if it was just like, if it wasn't a camera, this wouldn't be the way I teach normally. But like this is the first time I've ever done this, like video
I like
in
it.
lessons.
It's awesome, it's a great idea.
So I think it'll get more comfortable, but I'm very conscious of it right now. It's new to me.
It's new to me too.
Okay, so we're into the piano, we're down, yeah, okay. So let's hear it.
Okay.
Dig right in, right hand warm up.
But like, so I'm sitting further back on the bench than I was last time.
Right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dial it in, right? I want you to be really comfortable, but if you're doing something wrong, I'm just gonna say no. But like, so get as comfortable as you can within my parameters, and I think we're gonna be good.
Okay.
So yeah, give me that strength, that boxer, like down low, like dig deep, like stretch out like this, like, you know, martial artsy, you know, this kind of, that's what you want to have. And actually, yeah, do that with me. Show me that strength, because I want you to not let me don't let me push you, right? So you have that ability, but you also have just as much as you need, right?
Yeah.
And actually, if you're serious about the salsa thing, it's really related. Let's do it now. Let's just do it now. I'll show you. Okay. So this is probably off camera. Doesn't matter. So there's a connection between the dancers, like, and I'm supposed to be the leader, and you're the follower. So you're always going to have a knowledge of where I'm pushing you, right? So let's do the basic step. You're going to know that if I'm going that way, we're coming back into the middle, and then we're coming back. And there's always this, there's always you're too loose here. You gotta maintain that integrity. That's what it's about. That's how dancers are able to communicate. And I can, you're always maintaining that slight tension, right?
Right.
So let's maintain it. Yeah, a little loosey, like not pushing. Like right there. There's a balance. There's a fulcrum. There's a balance with the planet. Right?
Yeah.
It's not pushing or pulling. Sorry. And one more thing. Have a seat. I'm going to show you one more thing. Oop. This is the world's last egg. You can't drop it. Have we done this? Okay. You can't drop it. You can't crush it. And you can't let me steal it. That's a really tough puzzle to solve if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because when I say don't crush it, like you have to have the gentlest touch. Like it's the world's most delicate thing you could ever have in your hand.
Yeah.
But somehow you can't crush it. You can't let go. If you're too light, you're gonna drop it, right? But also, I want to try to steal it from you. Okay. But you must preserve it. The world is in your hands. The world is in your hands.
Okay.
Okay. You have maybe 4 fingers on top, and 1 on the bottom. Okay. Now you hold the world's most precious thing, and I'm going to take it from you.
I can't do that.
You're already crushing it. I can feel it because it's super delicate. And if you squeeze it at all, it breaks. Like if you and actually, it should look like that.
It has to be straight. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we need. Okay. If you squeeze it at all, it breaks. At all. If you squeeze it at all. Done.
What do you mean?
You just broke it. You just broke it.
I'm not squeezing it at all.
I guarantee you're squeezing it because I can feel it. When I feel any tension, because you're resisting my squeeze, so I've already broken it essentially.
Okay.
Okay. So there you go. There you go. Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is that tensegrity connection I'm talking about. This springiness and this connection with the keyboard that you want to feel.
Yeah.
So you're not just sometimes touching, like not bouncing on it. You're like
Right.
literally walking, just like you walk, like one step, next step, next step, next step. There's always balance in the connection.
Okay.
So let's do right hand warm up with that thought in mind. And I think you're too tall. So you trust me. This looks very dainty. It's nice, but now you look like an artist. You look like, yeah, you're a musician. Now you're like Alanis Morissette. You're like, yeah.
Right.
Okay, you're hipper that way, yeah. But don't crouch. Like just get into your own skeleton. You want to be like bouncing on your own skeleton kind of thing. You don't want to be suspended. You want to be connected.
Okay.
This is the way I like to think of it.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it. Right hand warm up. Ooh, you don't need that. Don't speed up. You've committed to your speed, so keep it steady. Because it's yes, you can see it's easy sailing, it's easy to read. That doesn't mean you should go faster just because you finished the end of the book. Yes, you still have to read the line. You have to actually read the sentence.
Okay.
Yes, you can read much more quickly than you can say it, right? But why do we go to plays?
Yeah.
We wait for the actor to say the line. It takes time. So we need to hear that. Right. So one more time. Ready and steady. No pausing though. Keep going. Let's do the next line. Just like that. Ooh, something went wrong there.
I don't.
That's okay. Let's recover there. Ready on that. On the fly.
I know, but when you say ready, that means
Okay.
I go right after that?
I usually like it ready and go.
Okay.
That's how I like to do it.
Okay.
But at some point, you can't rely on that, right? You go home and practice. You can't think, well, I don't have Scott to say, ready, go.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it for yourself.
Right.
You actually have to know the speed you're about to play that in, so you have the intent. It's like, I want it to sound like this.
So do you use your foot at all or no?
A lot of people recommend foot tapping.
You don't?
I don't personally like it.
Yeah.
Every teacher in the world will tell you to do it. So if you like to do it and it helps you, feel free, as long as it doesn't screw with your connection here. You should YouTube it. I've actually never looked at professional musicians at the piano to see if they tap a foot, but I'm pretty sure they don't.
Mm.
And there's a reason for that. Like, it has to be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to contradict myself about that at some point. Well, I'll talk about now. I'm going to have you be conducting, right? That's how we're going to learn how the rhythms work. So we'll be down. Let's do that right now. Ready? With conducting, we're going to go down, left, right, up, down, left. This represents 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a pretty common structure in music. 4 beats in a measure.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Help me, bring me back.
So, no tapping.
Oh, right. So we have an external way of representing music, and I'm going to make you do that. But I'm going to make you do it incrementally small, and then at some point it looks like it's in here. It's like down, left, right, up. You don't even have to move. You can actually do it right now. You don't have to make the motions. Just imagine the motions. Down, left, right, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, left, right, up. Now I'm going to do it with your hand just to prove to me that you know it. Go. Right, and it's nice and steady. It sounds like a clock. It's got to be like a clock. It's always, that's the way music moves in even spaces, so it has to be accurate and steady. So we're thinking that when we play this. Down, left, right, up. Why not give it a shot? First time, first chance. That's okay.
Okay.
Bravo, right? First performance. Pretty good, right?
Okay.
Well, first, what did you like about it?
Did I like about it or not like about
What
it?
did you like about it? What did you like?
I mean, I liked that I heard it as music instead of just like going up and down.
Okay.
Even though it was very simple.
Did you think you played it well?
No.
Why not?
Because I was focusing on the fact that there's like numbers and letters and
Okay.
everything, and when I get to these guys, I would stop for like right before I got there, I would like pause.
Right. Well, the interesting thing is, the way you played it is the way it actually goes. The way it's written isn't the way it goes, because you're a beginner, and that's a complicated rhythm for a beginner. The way it actually goes is hard to represent. No, so you were playing it correctly by your ear.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to make you play it the wrong way.
The way it shows it here.
The way it shows it here, which will sound strange to you, but it's actually good because then you'll be reading.
Right.
You know, then you have to abandon your ear and do what's actually there. It's kind of tricky. So I used to get mad that they put this at the beginning of books because of that reason, but now I've actually flipped the other way because I feel like it's a useful point. You have to do it the wrong way because it says it like that. You have to be able to overcome
Okay.
a tricky thing. So let's do it again then.
Okay.
This time,
Should I be focusing on the notes, the numbers, or the letters?
whatever it takes to get you through this first line, and then we'll talk about the reading. But I want you to, one more time, and improve upon it as you wish. I want to hear your improvement. Whenever you're ready. But make sure you have that clock in your head, like that. Down, left, right, up. Down. There you go. That was perfect. Keep going. Right, up, down, left, right, up. Well, I don't have too much to say about that. That's pretty good.
Okay. Well, you were helping.
Okay, but what was it? How was it helping? All I was saying is down, left, right, up.
Yeah.
You can do that,
Yeah.
right, internally, and you're gonna have that, right. You're gonna take that with you. You're gonna have that, right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the 4/4 conducting pattern. These are words that you're gonna learn later, but I might as well just say it there.
Yeah.
Have it in your ear, okay? Just 1, 2, 3, 4, down, left, right, up. I lost my chalk. I'm gonna do something. I need it.
I thought I saw.
I know where it is in here. Are you okay?
What do you mean?
Am I going too fast, too slow?
No, this is good.
You feel good?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably not what you expected for a piano lesson, right?
No, I didn't expect anything, and I'm excited to get into all of it.
Okay.
Well, as we
Yeah.
do more, like we get.
Yeah,
into
we're
our-
gonna play
get
soon.
into our rhythm.
Yeah, we're gonna play soon. But this is important
this is
stuff to
very-
get you on the right. You know, because
Exactly. I want the.
why waste time? Yeah, you're patient. Alex, I shouldn't say this about other students. It's probably an attorney client privilege. But Alex is so impatient. He just
He
like
really wants to.
he doesn't ever give himself a chance, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, you're a little bit of that too, but it's a different kind of thing. I mean you're a teacher now. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
you jump in with confidence, and I think sometimes you.
And then when I make an error, I'm like.
You know, I think you give tasks that seem easy not enough respect.
Yeah, I can.
It's like, okay, this is a scale, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. No, you need to it's gotta be perfect, and that's that engaged. It's physically engaged and mentally engaged. I want, you know, for example, let me play this for you actually. If I'm wandering, that's just the way it goes with me.
No.
it's the most important performance you've ever given.
Yeah.
Every time.
Right.
It's
Okay.
it's not it's okay to love the way you sound. You're in private. You should
Okay.
always you're wasting your time if you're not making it as beautiful as you can every time.
Okay.
Sorry.
I like that. Yeah.
So
But you're looking at the keys. You do that if you.
well I didn't need to look at the keys, but I probably have a sense of engagement with the keyboard, right? Yes, I can close my eyes and do it. So, but I don't know. I knew it by memory, so I don't have to look at the thing. You can do it by memory too. You already know it. They actually play it by memory. You know how to. Go ahead. Why not? Why not?
Okay.
You know how it goes. Play it for me. Don't speed up just because it's easy. Don't speed up just because it's easy.
Okay.
Keep an engagement. Down, left, right, up. Down, left, right, down, left, right, up. That's okay. You're there, halfway through it. Middle finger, E.
I do the same thing as I do.
Almost.
Yeah, I know.
There's a little change.
Yeah.
It's okay, just use your ear. Fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do. Really? Wow, okay. Right? Memorize with like just a couple little mistakes. Right? You don't even need it, right? So I'm going to play both sides of the fence on a lot of things, okay? You're going to hate that about me. But
No, I do like
okay, there's a balance there. So I have a huge weakness with memorization. I have, like, anything of any kind of difficulty, I need the music in front of me. It's a crutch. It's terrible. I was always too lazy to memorize. And maybe it's justification. I feel like I should leave it up to you if you want to memorize your music. It would be stupid for a teacher to tell you that you shouldn't memorize. They say, well, don't learn by rote. You need to understand it. Yes, you need to understand it. But if your deep understanding causes you to be able to have it by memory, well, that's a wonderful gift. And I'll never say don't memorize it. But if you memorize it incorrectly,